every bit of 35 foot up, so I'm gonna get down before I put too much of an impact on here and pressure these deer. And I'm gonna suit up and come in here this afternoon for a hunt. I'm just gonna keep on putting in sets till this buck shows up. I made a little bit of a movement and moved my stand closer to where those does came through. So I'd be able to get in bow range. I had about a 40-yard shot last night to those does, and I really don't want to take a shot like that if I don't have to. So I'm probably gonna be about 25 yards now. So that'll get me a nice and forgiving shot if that buck does come in. I'm excited for tonight. A cold front is pushing in, so hopefully it gets them up on their feet. And I don't know what else to say other than we're just going to keep on sitting until he comes on through. So I'm not really at the point yet to where I'm ready to push in deeper. I'm still kind of hunting the fringes of this property. So I'm gonna keep on laying back and hope he comes through so he doesn't know he's being hunted. So hopefully it pays off. We'll see what happens tonight. So that I wouldn't make any noise getting in. I did not hear anything spook, so hopefully we got in clean and nothing hurt us. So I'm creeping in here. I'm about to hang a stand. I've got these old school cheap steps, and I'm gonna try to get really high up here. So I'm gonna try to find a tree close to this scrape that I've seen, and hopefully it has enough cover. With it being late season, I'll be able to get in bow range and hopefully get a shot. Let's get up a tree. Well guys, it is officially the late season. December is upon us, and the bucks are kind of moving out of the lockdown stage, and they're back looking for, more does for that second rut, I think. This morning I hunted, saw a good amount of deer, and I saw deer chasing, but what really caught my eye was I saw a buck, and he walked across a wide open field, across somebody's driveway. So I'm thinking he's on the hunt for some does. I've kind of been crossing off lots of spots. I've been hunting on the fringes of the property, trying not to spook any deer in the late season, because you only get so many chances in the late season spooking deer. So I've been hunting the fringes where I can see a long ways, and I've just kind of been crossing off spots because my trail cameras have been kind of dead. But just because I'm not getting pictures of bucks doesn't mean there's not bucks. They can only cover, so much ground. So I'm kind of just crossing off spots, and tonight, this afternoon, I'm going to a spot that I haven't hunted since early bow season. So I'm thinking, bucks are going to be in there. There's a signpost scrape, and it kind of necks down to a perfect pinch point between bedding and wide open hardwoods. So I hung a stand there right after church this morning, and I'm just going to go in there. I hunted the fringes. I'm not going to go into the woods too deep. I'm just going to go in where I can see a good ways, and if a buck comes through, he should give me a bow range shot. So hopefully they'll be coming by that scrape, seeing if any hot does have been in it, or if any other bucks have been in it too. So we'll see what happens tonight. Hopefully I can at least get eyes on a buck that I'm wanting to hunt. Mid-body. I just got into this stand. I just slipped in, and literally I was getting set up. Did not have time to do an interview or anything. I set this stand up like probably 3 hours ago for this deer. And I just put an arrow in him. 13 yards. footage. Dang, everything happened so fast. But I think he's down. I shot him with these Rage Extremes, so we're just gonna give it some time and hopefully it ends up working out. Those weeds are covered. We're gonna find this deer. Right up through. Stiff, is it?
Gosh, Lane, that actually is a pretty decent buck. These old brutes, man.
Old mountain deer. Well, this season has started. It started out really tough. I actually got pictures of this deer during early bow season when he was in velvet. I could have shot him opening day if I wouldn't have been hunting public land somewhere, but that was really the only pictures I had gotten of him. I heard, you know, the locals talking about him and everything, saying there was a big 8-pointer in this area, and for our area this is a pretty mature 8-pointer. But anyway, I had my ideas of what he was, where he was. I tried putting corn out. He would not come into bait piles. He was just really too smart. He knew that corn was dangerous and he was not having any of it, not even after darkness. So I hunted, you know, a core area. It's the rut. Lots of does are around, and this area had really not been touched by anyone on this property. And I decided to go in there. I got out of church, hung the stand. There was a fresh scrape line, and I got in and there was a ton of does. I did not have my bow hung or anything. Didn't even have time to do an interview. The does were running around rutting. He was chasing them around. I slipped into the stand, and as soon as I got my bow hanger screwed in and my camera on the camera arm, he started walking right on in, and it was a frantic rush to get an arrow knocked, but we got a arrow in him. Not my best shot, but it all worked out. And I really have, I mean, there's really no reason I got this buck other than the grace of God, because I did not have a whole lot of history of this deer, and I didn't even know he was still alive. So I'm super blessed to have an opportunity to harvest this buck with my bow. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Josiah and Garrett still have a buck tag left in their pocket, so I guess I'm gonna be videoing them now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode.